You're such an asshole.
Everybody, assholeconsulting.com. Interesting question we have here. And this is why I am America's older brother and Britain's older brother, too. We're going across the pond, people. Dear Mr. Asshole, forgive me for the length of this email. I'll try to be as concise as I possibly can. After being forced to leave the Royal Air Force due to medical reasons, I began to study for a degree in aerospace engineering at a certain time. In that year, I was falsely accused of rape. I was arrested and spent 30 hours in police custody. I continued to attend university and maintain a close group of friends, all of whom knew about the accusation and knew me to be innocent. Some of them appeared as witnesses in my trial. This is not to say it was smooth sailing. I had become very close to one of the girls I hung out around with, but for obvious reasons it couldn't go any further and she found someone else. I was charged almost a year and a half after the accusation. I had to wait another 10 months for trial. I had to repeat that expeditious socialist judicial system you have. You guys in Europe know how to do it. I had to repeat the year at university, being unable to sit that year's exams. After discussing the charge with the university administration, I was allowed to continue, since the university's policy on such matters is innocent until proven guilty in court. Awesome. Like, they didn't have their own little kangaroo courts like we have in the United States. Maybe you guys do it right in the socialist world. I was unanimously acquitted by a jury in under 15 minutes earlier this year. Fuck you to the chick. That was my editorial, not him. 20 months after the initial accusation. Following the trial, I was told by the investigating police officer he knew I was innocent the whole time, but the decision to charge was out of his hands. I am now left in a very difficult position. I have planned to do an industrial placement year, but the trial prevented that, so I'm doing a placement next summer, all being well. Alright, so not this summer, so you got a whole year and a quarter. Dating is almost impossible for me. I recently became close to another girl, and after several days we began to move on to the next stage of the relationship. I told her about what happened to me. She pretty much ran to the hills. Yeah, dude, I don't know if I'd ever tell a girl about this. I really wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Because they're not even gonna bother to stick around. It's like saying they thought I had herpes, but I didn't. They found out it was something else, and it was due to a fly, and I'm totally cured. They're not gonna care. That's just kind of self-respect, self-survival kicking in. So that's only something that I don't even know. I don't know if you ever tell that to anyone ever, ever. Currently, I'm sitting my summer exams in 2 parts to give me more time to study. As a result of the time lost due to the recent events, I don't have the results yet, but have a very good feeling regarding the performance of my first 2 exams. Once this exam period is over, I'll hopefully be starting a summer job in retail to provide me some income and give me much needed rest. I think you should become a security guard. You want like a laid back, chill job. Be a security guard. I'll also be returning to the gym and a regular workout routine in order to recover the weight I lost due to the strain of the last 2 years. My question is, given my current situation, what do you think of my recovery plan? And can you suggest any improvements? Could you please make a video response as a warning to other young men regarding the dangers of the false rape epidemic? I request anonymity, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all right, so we're keeping you quiet. All right, so I said, well, what, aside from like, okay, you finished your exams and you're working, what's your game plan? I mean, that just sounds like you're continuing on. Thank you for responding quickly. I'm going to reply in 2 sections to fully answer your questions. First being my recovery plan, and second being what experience has taught me. I also want him to know what to look out for. So you guys don't go... So that his experience was not in vain, that he as Jesus might prevent you and forgive you of all your sins, that you don't have to go through this again. The recovery plan. My immediate goals are to complete my exams this summer and get the best possible grades I can. Find part/full-time employment so I can pay the bills to keep a roof over my head and hit the gym to counteract the weight loss due to the stress of my ordeal and rebuild my self-confidence. I have been advised by my doctor to avoid any highly demanding engineering summer internships this year in order to give my brain a chance to rest. So I'm currently applying for coffee shops, bar, clean jobs, etc. Yeah, I'd recommend looking into security guard work. Librarian work, something quiet, dude. Just something quiet. And if you can, I don't know how liberal your rules and your laws are over there in Britain. Dude, in my mind, you qualify for disability. You qualify for trauma. Because, yeah, if you went through 2 years of that bullshit and not knowing if you'd be thrown in jail, I'd see what you qualify under the taxpayer. And I think most even conservative taxpayers would be like, yeah, you need a little bit of a respite. But that's just me. I'm sure people in the comments section below will say you're a parasite, but I think you might deserve. Well, what women? Oh, I got a hangnail. I need government money. Oh, I'm drunk. I got the PTSDs. No, I think you qualify. In the longer term, focus on my degree. I didn't spend nearly 2 years fighting for my freedom to ruin my long-term prospects. Next on the priority list is to find the summer internship in engineering, given that this is a field. Scholarships. Also return to my hobbies of marksmanship and tango dancing to aid rebuilding my social service circle. Okay, yeah, no, dude, this is perfect. This is exactly what you got to do. The only thing, I would maybe even go talk to a therapist. If you still have troubles, man, I would still go talk to a therapist. Unless that is the doctor you were talking about before. But no, this is exactly what you got to do. One, I would not be dating girls. Just don't. You got. Just get stable, get set. And then at the same time, don't let this ruin girls for you. Okay? Keep your shields up. Make darn sure. Date a lot. Make sure you find a good one. But that's down the road. You're not going to be dating for quite some time. You just need to work on you, get established, get geared up, get a good career. And you'll be sought after because you'll always have that hand on you. It's like, hey, look, Space Ghost is on, to borrow a phrase from Terrence Popp. So there's that. All right. What I've learned from my ordeal, there aren't many things about my accuser I can point to except for her being conscious about her reputation as a slut. I have, however, learned a number of safeguards to prevent it from happening again. The university college hookup culture is a dangerous myth. Accusations like mine are becoming far too common. Okay, so while you're in university, you go to school for going to school, and you don't. I mean, did we talk about it in this video, or was it a podcast? Somebody recommended going to a different university. Like, you only date outside. You date at different universities. You don't date in your university, so you don't shit in your own yard or shit where you eat. Going on dates rather than hooking up is the way to go. Dating is an opportunity to assess and find any red flags. Avoid girls who have been drinking. The number one false accusation is too drunk to consent. It's not worth the risk. That's a good one there. Try to find out what she's like from her friends, or better yet, have your friends meet them. You will find out about things like boyfriends, etc. Yeah, okay, cool. I just wish there was like, oh yeah, there was this one thing. But yeah, unfortunately, and that's just good advice for all you boys. Girls, I'm sorry if you don't like it, too bad. You're not policing your own. If you don't like it that men aren't asking you out at university, I know there's no shortage of that. But where have the good guys gone? I don't know. They're quietly working as engineers, being thankful that they're not in jail. Please provide your thoughts and comments. Yeah, it is a genuine traumatic experience what you went through. I think a lot of people are like, what did I do wrong? I think you don't have that. I think you're doing pretty well. Do talk to a therapist. I think you might need that. Not maybe still, but if you think you need it, you are one of the few people that would qualify. And then again, I would think that if you qualify for some kind of disability, mental disability, that might be something to look into. But yeah, man, otherwise, yeah, just stay away from the girls for a bit. Just stay away and investigate the fucking hell out of them. Google them, find out their ex-boyfriends, talk to them, say, dude, what's going on? And yeah, I don't know if you can look up criminal records or something like that, but definitely do. I know, although what? Or was that Canada? Or was it the British United Kingdom? That a gal did a false accusation of rape, they ended up charging her. Did they go after this girl? I'd be curious. We just can't. You don't want to victim blame. All right, we'll see you later. Toodles.